Hey, what's going on? What's going on? We back. How's everybody doing? Happy Money Monday. Today was another blessed day in the markets, doing what we do each and every day. Do we win every single trade? Absolutely not, but we are very consistent and very good at what we do. So, got your coffee, got a drink? Let's rock and roll. So, today's purpose, I'm going to walk you guys through why I called out some of the trades that I called out in the markets today using the same patterns, the same setup that we do over and over and over again. So before we get started, just comment in the chats where you're watching this from. Love to see how far we make it across the world. So let's get rocking and rolling. I'm going to show you real quick how we day trade, how we swing trade, and then how we invest, right? If you find the star on the screen, this is actually ES. Day trade that. We day trade futures and stock options in our live room every morning. This is our same pattern and setup that we have all the time. So we wait for a green candle or a red candle. We hit one of our pivots, and when it does that, we like to take a breakout. So as you can see, our first qualified trade, this candle hit the pivot. So I called the team. I'm taking a trade there. Here's my stop out, and check out what happened. Price went up. This first trade right here, 68.40. It went up to 68.48. I got stopped out with 6 points right there. That's an easy $250, right? For most people, you know, if you got 6 points, it's $50 per 1 point. So obviously that's $300 right there. There's a little bit more to get there, but my goal is to get you green in the first 30 to 45 minutes of the day, and then you can rock and roll, right? So that was the first trade. Then price came back down, hit this pivot, called out another trade right here. Here's your stop out. Boom. There's another winning trade. And then in the first 30 to 45 minutes, it cut us off right here in this session. You got another trade right there for another winner. A lot of people took this first trade and they were done for the day. Why? Because if you could have a 100% win rate right here, right now, why jeopardize any more risk in the markets, right? So that's how ES went. NQ, look where the star moved to, right? It went from there, that screen, to right there. If you can't see it, now you can. This first green candle right here hit the magnet and our pivot. We took a breakout right here, and check out what happened. Bam, easy money. Then we got a pullback. Called out a breakout right there. Doesn't look like much, but if this is your stop, there could be your take profit, give or take right there. And look at that, 76. It goes up here to 903, or yeah, like 900. That right there is over 20 NQ points. You should be risk-free at that point, right? So that's easy money. Then we get a reset. Here you got this pin bar, this tail, and you got another breakout right there, all within the first 30 to 45 minutes. Yet again, another solid trading day. So whether you traded NQ or ES, you could have made $200 to $400 very easily. And if you can manage a measly $300 per day, you just made six figures all but at the end of the year. And that's very possible for a lot of people. You know, our last futures trade that we had a red candle right here, hit our magnet, called a breakdown right here. Boom, price ended up pushing on down, and you were happy. You have another breakdown right here, and we have another breakdown right there, all within the first 30 minutes or so, give or take, and you were happy on that one. Now, for my options traders, I watch Tesla every single day. Guess what happens? We have our first green bar right here, hit our magnet, called out a breakout right there. Boom. Price reset, had a breakout right here. Boom. There's two winners. But a lot of people took this first trade and they went on to enjoy the day. And that's how we traded that today. The last setup that we have today is on this screen right here. We called a breakout right here at SPX. As you can see, if you held it to up here, you're making three figures, three-digit percents, right? 100, 300%, give or take in that area. I got in right here, and on this first push up right there, I was happy with that. Why? Because I made a quick like 37 or 38% ROI right there. as it keeps going up in your favor, depending if you took same day expiration or not, guess what? We call this easy money. And that's how we summed up our day trading today. This is our SPX lotto system. It's slightly different than our pivot system, but it's very powerful with what we do. But the key is consistency over perfection. We keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. So that's how we day traded. Now, if you swing trade, I'm gonna pull SPY up, and we're gonna go to a daily candle time frame, meaning it takes 1 day for every single one of these candles to populate. And we have loaded our software, Swing Master Pro, and I'm going to make this a little bit larger so that we could see here. Let me jack this up, make it a little bit larger so that we could see some of these trades, and you guys can still see my screen. All right, so I'm going to show you something real powerful. If you could wait for a red candle, red arrow, like right here, or a green candle, green arrow, right here, and you have a probability in your favor, do you wait for that setup? Absolutely you do. What does that look like? Well, if we take 4 weeks of expiration time and SPY moves, right? SPY moves $2 to $3 on the share, it's roughly about 20% ROI, and that's where we can go risk-free. So here is one entry. There's one winner. There's 2 winners. There's 3 winners. There's 4 winners. There's 5 winners. There's 6 winners. There's 7 winners. Oh, there's a loser, 7 and 1. There's 8 and 1. There's 9 and 1. This move right here, let's see, at the end of the day, 84 to 87. There's over $2. So we're 9 and 1. We could be 10 and 1 right there. 11 and 1, 12 and 1, 13 and 1, 14 and 1, 15 and 1. This move right here, 15 and 1. There's another $2 right there, 15 and 1. We'll say 16 and 1, but we can come back and make it a loss. 16 and 1, 17 and 1, 18 and 1. Oh, loser, 18 and 2. 19 and 2. So let's count this one as a loser right here. Where was that one at that was close? This one right there. We were 19 and 2. Let's just go 18 and 3, right? We're still outperforming, right? And this is what I mean by that. If you started this swing trade strategy in September, and it is now March, September, October, November, January, February, March, not even 6 months, about 5 months, and you have 18 and 3, right? I'm going to bring up my calculator, and we're going to type in 18 divided by 21 total trades. It's 85%. That's phenomenal. 85%. So 85%. Would you, right, you watching this, would you be happy with 85%? Now, picture this. Let's say on all the winners, we only got a measly 20% on all the winners, and then all the losers, we took a 30% loss, right? Which could happen, but we're going to undercut it. And check the power of staying consistent. If you have 18 winners times 20%, 18 winners times 20%, that is 360% ROI, right? I'm going to do 360% ROI. Then of the 3 losers, 30, 60, 90, we have 90% losers. So we take 360 and minus 90, that's 270% ROI. So if you traded over 5.5 months and you risked a measly, right, a measly $100 per trade, your $100 is now worth $370. If you risk $1,000 per trade, your $1,000, right, is worth $3,700. If you risked $10K per trade, you now have $37,000. This is a repeatable process that continues to push out over and over and over again that we do. And that's just one of our strategies inside of our group, right? So I'm going to minimize this. And it plays out over and over and over and over again. So with that being said, I've shown you how we day trade. I've shown you how we swing trade. And now I'm going to show you how we invest, right? We invest in the market. So let's just pull up something like XOM, right? Everybody knows what XOM is. Doesn't move a lot, but it does move. And we're going to put this on a weekly time frame, so how we invest, right? And I'm going to show you something. If you got a weekly buy, right here, and you got another weekly buy right here, and you got another weekly buys, a couple of them right here, we want to buy shares when this happens, right? Say you have $1,000. I'm going to start here purposely because check it out over here. Our last buy that we got was way down here at $40. So I'm purposely going way after the move, right? So we're going to put it right here. And you want to see something just like this, right? At this point at $100, when it goes to 114, that's 14%. Right now, up here, right, your 1K is worth $1,500, right? $1,500. I messed that up. 1,500 bucks. You know what I'm about to tell you? Sell out, bring 1K back to your account, let $500 ride. Why? Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5%. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another 5%. So then you see right there, there's an extra 10% ROI that you just accumulated while having $500 in the market waiting for another strategic buy. So we still got our $1,000 on the side, right? Then you can come into something a little bit more volatile like Ethereum. Let's go to Ethereum and let's check this out, right? And all we do is we take the smart buys and smart sells. It doesn't always happen, but when it happens, it's powerful. Here's a buy. Here is another buy. Here is another buy, right? Check this out. There's a buy. There's a buy. And there's a buy. That $1,000 we had, right? Say you put it in right here at $10. Well, at $20 right here, right? At $20, there's 2K. At $30 right here, there's 3K. At $40 up here, there's 4K. But when your $1,000 doubles up into $2,000, sell out, bring $1,000 back, let $1,000 ride. Then as it keeps pushing up, that $1,000 goes into $2,000, sell out again, let $1,000 for free in the market, and now we just collected $2,000, right? So now we got 2K off to the side. All right, then it teeter-tots, we get a buy here. Now you take that 2K, put 1K in to match the 1K in the markets. Now we have 2K. So if our last buy-in was here, our cost average now comes up to about right here, right, at $16. Once we go up here and hit $34, your 2K is worth 4K up here. Guess what I'm about to tell you? Sell out, right, let 1K ride, bring 3K back. So now we have a total of 4K on the side pot. Then we reset, we get another buy. Well, if we still had 1K in the markets, we put another 1K in, there's 2K. Now our average comes up to about $20 or $22, give or take. And guess what? Your 2K is all but 4K up here again. Sell out, bring 3K back. Now we have $6,000 on the side. We got 1K in the market right now waiting for another buy. And we have 1K in the market on or 500 bucks on XOM still. So now we got two stocks that we are in the markets with, and we're going to keep rocking and rolling with that. So that is how we smart invest, right? So now our $1,000 we initially started with is now worth $7,500. We just grown our account, right? 650%. The reason I don't hodl or hodl is because you put $1,000 in the market here, and then it goes up to $3,000, back down to $2,000, to $3,000, $2,000, $3,000, back down to $1,000, up to $4,000, and now it's at $1,600. So the way that I invest, my 1K, smart investing, went to $7,500. Your hodl way that everyone likes to do, it works, but your 1K is only worth $1,600, which is still great. We're all winning, but choose your win. So, hey, if you like what you see and you want to subscribe to my newsletter before it goes premium, just comment me in the comments and we'll get you rocking and rolling. So other than that, I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed one. I'll catch you on the next one. Beast mode out.